All right, so Bernie Sanders proposed a 60% wealth tax on billionaires just during the pandemic. I am sure it won't last any longer than that, but 60%, that's rather insane, and that's a once and done deal, by the way. You take 60% of their wealth, you can be fairly certain they're going to leave, and they're going to leave the U.S. in far worse shape if anything like this ever happened, because after all, their wealth is not sitting in a vault somewhere. They do not have a swimming pool filled with gold coins, which would actually be a better idea than having paper wealth in the stock market, because that's all this is. Sanders keeps saying that they made all this money or that they pocketed huge sums of wealth, but of course it's all on paper. If a house is appraised and its worth is higher than what it was 2 years ago, have the owners of that home pocketed anything at all? No, but their net worth has increased on paper. Now, could they sell that house and realize that gain? Sure, but if you do this on a massive scale, you'd watch the prices plummet, and pretty quickly down the line, you'd see the valuation of these people and their net worth evaporate. That's what happens when there's a mass sell-off, and that is what would need to happen for all these billionaires to pay a 60% wealth tax. They'd have to sell off all these assets. The price would be in the gutter, and this would cause retirement accounts to suffer significantly, and wherever that money was invested into would suffer as well. This money is not just being hoarded or stuffed into a mattress. It's put to work. It is deployed throughout the economy. I still have a tough time believing that Bernie Sanders doesn't realize this. I think he just counts on the economic ignorance of those who support him, but I can't be sure about that, I guess. Who knows? But I also like how he's talking about this 60% tax on wealth and how that will pay for everyone's health care for the next 12 months. Okay, that is a gigantic tax. It's fairly astronomical, in fact, and it's going to pay for everyone's health care for just 1 year. That actually goes to show how this soak the rich approach won't work. They actually don't have infinitely deep pockets. And actually, if you're going to pick their pockets to pay for anything for 300 plus million people in the US, you might just find that it doesn't work and that the math should have been double checked. You can have 10,000 people each with only $10, except one person that has $1,000, and you can hate that person with $1,000 and you can assault them and take their money and spread all that wealth out. After all, why can they have so much when we all have so little? Well, you may soon realize that this wasn't a real solution at all, because after you take $1,000 away from them and spread that wealth out, that amounts to 10 cents per person, and that in a nutshell is exactly what this would do. And that's even if you can get the money. They may just peace out like they've done in New York and the mass exodus you're seeing from California, and as you saw in France over the past few years, which really heated up recently, which left France begging the rich to please come back after they soaked them for so long. And even in Sweden, large businesses are leaving as of right now due to taxes. There are still quite a bit of rich people there, but that has more to do with the fact that they were leaving until 2007 when Sweden got rid of, you guessed it, their wealth tax. It didn't work there. They used to have one and people got fed up with it. So it's a weird thing to demonize a group all the while making plans that rely heavily on them. And when they speak with their feet by leaving, you'll need to clamor to get them back. I would love to have an infinite money tree and a machine that creates goods from nothing, but they just don't exist, unfortunately. And it's kind of baffling how Bernie Sanders and his supporters somehow believe that those things exist. But anyway, that is all for now. Like, subscribe, share this video, and all that good stuff, and take it easy.